Welcome to the Instagram stories for Wednesday, January 17th. I'm your host, Daniel Hill. Before we get into the news, I want to start off by thanking every single person who sent me a message over the past couple of days based on my previous episode. If you didn't listen, I mentioned how bad I am at networking and how much I want to improve that. I would like to take the time to thank every single person who offered to network with me. Thank you. I would very much like to do that. And if you didn't send me a message, but you still want to network in some form, I would actually really appreciate that as well. You know how to find me at Daniel Hill Media on Instagram. Okay, let's get into the news. The biggest news of the day comes from Meta, who have announced new creator management tools inside Meta Business Suite. This isn't exactly what you think. This tool is designed to help agencies and creators manage their relationships on Facebook by connecting their accounts and granting access to assets and information. A lot of creators depend on creative agencies in order to manage their accounts across various platforms, so that this way the creators can focus on actually making the content. Meta is saying that they understand how important it is to have tools that streamline between the creators and the creative agencies so that everyone can manage things more efficiently. Meta says in this blog post, which I will of course link to in the show notes, that if you're an agency that manages a large number of content creators, these new creator management tools will help you to scale your daily operations. And they explain through bullet points how they will do that. Again, I will link to it in the show notes. Definitely check this out. And now a quick hit of Instagram news. In the latest version of the Instagram app, you now have an option to prevent a story from being uploaded mid-process. Have you ever had it where you started to upload a story and then you thought, ooh, I forgot to add the music, or oh, let me add a GIF onto it, or some text or something else. Now you can tap on the story and click cancel upload. If you have ever uploaded a story with a mistake and then quickly taken it down, you recognize the value of this feature. However, since stories are disposable, once you put them up, if you realize that it's wrong, you could just take it down a few seconds later. So I don't really think it's that big of a deal. But if you're like the person who wants to make sure it's right before anyone sees it, you will definitely like this option, cancel upload. I will link to an image showing what it looks like in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. We are going to take a quick break. When we come back, we're going to have some reporting from Taylor Lorenz from the Washington Post talking about the TikTok shop and how it has jumped the shark. I think you're really going to like this, so stick around. And we're back. Taylor Lorenz, who is a journalist for the Washington Post, who was recently on my podcast, did a really cool video all about the TikTok shop and some of the ridiculous things that are happening on there. Since I want to give this show more TikTok coverage, I thought this was a really great opportunity to do that for you without having to hear my voice drone on all the time. I sent Taylor a message, love the video, can I use it on the show? She said, of course, and here's the clip.
TikTok Shop has officially jumped the shark, and there's no better example of this than the man that recently used it to sell an old, dirty pencil. We all know that since TikTok Shop launched, our feeds have been overrun with shopping content. TikTok has been subsidizing this shift with massive discounts and free shipping for buyers. But in the app's desperate attempt to make us all buy things, the quality of the products being promoted has declined significantly. At this point, TikTok will promote literal garbage as long as it's sold in shop. Case in point, John Herman, a writer in New York City, signed up for TikTok Shop last week and listed an old, dirty, used mechanical pencil. TikTok's AI systems completely generated the whole product listing for him, most of which was wildly inaccurate. For instance, TikTok described this used pencil as built to last. The app also declared that the pencil had no battery and no cord, making it easy to use everywhere. The writer had almost no followers on TikTok and had never posted, but the app kept encouraging him to go live to sell this pencil. So he went live and his shop was quickly promoted to over 1,200 people. Multiple people added the old used pencil to their shopping cart and one person actually bought it for $1. Ultimately, the writer made 69 cents on the sale and TikTok itself lost $4 by paying for shipping. After mailing out the item, TikTok is now bombarding this writer with daily emails saying this old pencil is now out of stock on TikTok Shop. And TikTok is also sending these threatening messages warning him that he's losing money by not selling more old used pencils. I think this story shows how hard TikTok is working to push products right now, even when it's stuff that nobody wants or even asked for. And I get it, TikTok is in a tough place. Ad dollars are on the decline and it's incredibly hard to monetize social media. Also, TikTok is a lot less likely to get hauled in front of Congress or potentially banned if people are just using the app to buy ring lights instead of learning about the world. Cheap Chinese e-commerce platforms like Shein and Temu are booming booming. If TikTok could replicate even a fraction of that success, it could mean big business. But for TikTok to succeed at shopping, they need to start selling products that people actually want. Because if they keep spamming people with garbage like used pencils, there might not be anyone left on this app to sell to.
I thought that was a fantastic story, and I really like her take on it, as well as her long-range view of how TikTok needs to position themselves in order for everyone to see their value as a potential shopping destination rather than a place where people get misinformation and so forth. That is going to do it for today's episode. Thank you for listening. Again, if you would like to connect with me so that we could do some networking, I would really appreciate that. Find me online at Daniel Hill Media.
Instagram news got you covered, sometimes even TikTok. Relevant platforms in the metaverse ahead of the wave, without a break or a pit stop. Still waiting for Zuckerberg to give me the big job. Pause. Use trademarks and logos with Insta's permission, of course. If you like the show and you gain some good info, maybe leave a review. It's the type of applause. Just drop me a message if you want to collab. If you got some good content or you want to run ads, at Daniel Hill Media is where I am. TikTok, Facebook and Instagram.